That actually seems to... e.l.f. has been in their bag lately when it comes to makeup releases. Let's do an almost full face of e.l.f. My lips are low-key dry. Hopefully you can't see that. It is so cold in Minnesota. I'm gonna be honest. This is actually not my favorite product, only because I feel like it doesn't work super well for me. I feel like my makeup tends to peel off when I use this. Maybe it's just use your error. I don't know. I think they just came out with this brow pencil, I want to say. Some of them were $3 and some of them were $5. I don't really know what the difference is, but I'm using this in the color dark brown, I believe. I don't usually do my brows on camera, so this is gonna be like a quick speed through thing. My eyebrows right now are so thick, so I gotta put them in place. This is hard to open. I've actually never used this before. I've used the Morphe one in the past, but I'm interested to see as to how this holds. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a dupe for anything, but e.l.f. has definitely been providing the girls with a lot of good dupes, and they're affordable. That actually seems to... that maybe works a little too well. Oh, that hurt. I feel like that's gonna leave a mark. I'm really sad that I broke my tool. Now we're gonna attempt to go in with a brow pencil. I'm curious to see how this is gonna be. I actually really like that lift. It like sticks my brows to my face. I feel like my Morphe one would kind of like, it was a little more watery. This is more like, I can't talk into my brows, so. For $3, I really have no issue with this. This is a pretty good brow pencil. It seems like it is pretty soft though, because it goes down pretty quickly. Brows are done and they are definitely thick, so just be careful when you're using that pencil. But for $3, I feel like that's a pretty good pencil. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. camo color corrector. I don't know what color this is considered. It's just an orange corrector. This is my first time using a lot of this stuff, so these are all like a lot of first impressions. I'm even gonna use my little e.l.f. sponge for this too. This I actually really like. And this covered that up pretty well, actually. My dark circles have been very deep lately. I thought that has an interesting smell. It like smells like sweet. Maybe that's in my head. Maybe it's my sponge. I have had this for a while. It's probably time to change it out. Definitely developing a little bump here from the pool snapping on my face. Love that for me. For complexion, we're going in with the e.l.f. Hydrating CC Cream. I'm actually more of a like matte girl, but we're gonna try this out and see how it is. I almost didn't get this and use the halo filter instead. My color wasn't in store. I believe that I am color 460, which let's blend this out and see. That looks to be a pretty good match to me. It's maybe a little bit light, but it looks to be a pretty good match to me. This looks like very dewy, very like luminizing. Like the color selection in the store just was like very minimal, and like it was either really light or just super dark. So maybe because it's a new release, they don't have everything out on the floor. Not having my shade in store was a little irritating, only because you have to like pay for shipping. But because I was able to order it in store, I didn't have to pay for shipping, luckily. So far it looks like it matches pretty well. How does it wear? I'm gonna pull in a little bit closer. It's supposed to be like warm, but I feel like it almost is pulling more like olive. It definitely gives you some good coverage. These blushes are so hard to open. I've tried a couple of these. This one I haven't tried. This isn't very well. I've been looking all over for it because every time I go to the store, it was sold out. I went to Target the other day and it was finally there. I expected it to be like more purple, but it comes across more as like a deep red pink type of thing. Let's blend this out. I'm going blush before concealer these days. That's really pretty. That's like a good winter shade. I mean, you can definitely wear it during the summer too, but that's so pretty. And for $7, e.l.f. definitely knows what they're doing. This is so pretty. I really like this. I think this Berry Well one is probably my favorite. I'm glad that it's finally back in stock. Looks like they repackaged a little bit. The last time I got this, it didn't look like this. We are going in with the Camo Hydrating Concealer. I have like very dry under eyes, so I prefer to go with a hydrating concealer. I've tried this before. I like it. It's a good drugstore concealer. And once again, it's only $7. I just think it's great that e.l.f. is providing like good quality, affordable makeup for people, because like I feel like everything's just so, everything is so expensive these days. Providing inclusivity for all people to be able to afford makeup. Not everybody wants to or can afford to pay $30-something for like a concealer. So I think having a good quality $7 concealer is great for people. Concealer blends out super well as well. I don't know if I picked the right color. I feel like that's a little light for me for this time of year. I think I've blended that out plenty. I didn't pick up powder, so we're just gonna use the Maybelline powder. I actually don't know if there's a good quality e.l.f. setting powder. I know I've seen like the Halo one, but today we are going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. It's all in the same family as drugstore. I can list all of like the products that I used and like shades and everything down below as well. A product that I picked up immediately but I honestly haven't used a lot is this e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Contour. It's more of like a bronzer shade for me. It's like very warm, but I mean, it still works. I just don't tend to pick it up a ton. Little definitely goes a long way, so I gotta be careful with how much I'm using with this. It's just going to bring like a lot more warmth to my face. Why isn't it blending out? I think it was supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte or Charlotte Tilbury. I was never gonna pay those 30-something prices for something like this, especially like with the color ranges that everybody else has come out with. So I think this is a great alternative. It definitely brought so much warmth back to my face. For the eyes, we're gonna go in with the bite-size shadows. These are great for $3. They're like so pigmented. I'm actually gonna do like shimmers with this, but they're so pigmented. I don't know if you can actually see the brown coming through. The brown shows up and shows up pretty well. There's like a little bit of a darker brown here. I don't really use that one. We're gonna use this like more like bronzy shade and just like pack it on my crease for $3. For $3. Look at how well that shows up. If you're a beginner with makeup, this is definitely where I'd suggest you start. You really don't need that many colors. You just need like a nice solid brown and like a shimmer shade. $3 and the payoff looks like this. e.l.f. knows what they're doing. When this mascara came out, I was actually really excited to try it, and it definitely didn't disappoint. It's not like super volumizing, but it gets the job done. I think most things from e.l.f. are like $10 or below. I think the CC cream is like the most expensive thing that I bought. This is with the mascara. This is without. I think they did a pretty good job with this mascara. I just realized that I did not give myself eyeliner. I'm gonna do that really quick. I know that they have some lip liners, but I didn't see them at my store or at Target. We're just going with my Juvia's Place. Now what I have not tried is this lip oil. Everybody says it's so good. I don't know if this is actually gonna go with my makeup because I picked a very dark color, but let's see. That feels nice. I don't know if it really feels like a lip oil. I feel like lip oils feel more like greasy. This definitely feels like nourishing though. It gives you more color than I thought it would. I'm gonna go in with like a little bit more blush just because I want it like higher up on my cheek. That's much better. A little like vampy with like the blush and the lip oil. One step that I cannot miss regardless of what brand that I'm using is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I feel like it just always pulls all of my makeup together and gives me like this airbrush finish. I don't know if e.l.f. has anything like that. Do comment down below and let me know if there's anything within the e.l.f. line that is comparable to this. I don't think this is working out well with some of the products that I use. My eyes are getting a little bit patchy. And of course, I don't know if you can see it, my nose makeup is coming off. It happens every time that I use this primer. I don't know what it is. It doesn't happen with any of the other primers that I use, so I don't know. I feel like something just like is not mixed in together, and I don't know if it's the Maybelline powder or if it's like the concealer, but like things are falling apart right here. I'm not really sure why. I don't know, something's not working, but let's set this face. I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Superfix Spray, Ulta, drugstore. So this is what my face is currently looking like with everything set. I'm pretty impressed, except there are like my under eye, there's something weird going on there. Maybe some of these products just aren't mixing well together. My standouts for the products that I actually used today, this brow lift is super solid. As you can see, it snapped my tool. I've heard like bits and pieces about the lip oil. I'd say that I'm actually very impressed, especially the fact that there's like so much like color payoff. Usually I feel like lip oils are like pretty like clear, but like it's like a nice subtle color and it actually feels pretty nourishing on my lips. So this is definitely a keeper. At this point, I think I've tried like 3 or 4 of these blushes, and I think this Berry Well is actually my favorite. This color is like so pretty. It's like a really subtle pretty berry that just like works really well for me, so this is definitely a keeper. With the CC cream, I have nothing bad to say about it. It definitely is full coverage. It definitely gives you dewy. I think it'd be great for a vacation. I don't know that I'd reach for this much, so this is a maybe for me, but I don't have anything bad to say about it. For some reason, I feel like I tend to pull more towards the higher end makeup. I feel like that's because that's what's pushed in our face, but e.l.f. has great affordable makeup. Like, I feel like you really cannot tell if I'm wearing high-end makeup or if I'm wearing drugstore makeup. So if you're looking to stock up on some nice affordable makeup, I would say e.l.f. is a great option for you. Look at my face. It's in the material.